It reads, make u the subject of the relation. S over t is equal to v plus u all divided by 2. If you assess or analyze this question very well, you realize that we are asked to make u the subject. This is the variable u in the question. Now, the procedure that we go through to make u the subject, we have a hindrance, which is the denominators or the fraction. Now, under this point of change of subject, I want you to understand that the equal sign is in all change of subject questions because it is a formula or it's an equation or a relation for that matter. So the equal sign should be there. But once we have the equal sign, the fractions at the left and right hand side is giving us two different ways to eliminate the fraction. Take note of this again. There is an equal sign and I can see a term which is a fraction at the left hand side, and I can see another term which is also a fraction at the right hand side. So I will use cross multiplication or the least common multiple method. So let me start with the cross multiplication method. Now, under the cross multiplication method, please, I want you to take note of this, that you must find two conditions before you can go ahead and apply cross multiplication. The first condition is when you see the equal sign, make sure that there is a term at the left hand side and only one term at the right hand side. That means there must be two terms, one at the left hand side and one at the right hand side. And at least one of the terms must be a fraction. That is to say, both of them can be fractions or only one of them will be a fraction. The one could be at the left or could be at the right. So at least one of the two terms must be a fraction. In this case, we have two of them being fractions. So cross multiplication will be easy for us. How do we do that? Bring your equal sign. Then you cross multiply. The denominator 2 will cross to the other side to multiply the numerator s. So it will become 2 into bracket s. That's what I mean. So let me do it well. Good. So 2 into bracket s. Nice. Now the next one is the denominator t will cross to multiply the numerator v plus u. So this is how it will become t multiplying v plus u. And please don't forget, use the bracket for your multiplication because that is very easy to manage. From here, I will then expand to remove the bracket. So 2 times s will give me 2s, which is equal to t times v will give me tv. You can also make it vt, but I will maintain my tv. Then t times u will give me tu. Sometimes it is better to use alphabetical order of arrangement. Now please, let's continue. Once we have the terms there, we can now locate the term with the u. And I have seen tu is a term with a u that we are supposed to be the subject. Now, at this point of the video, let me also show you the alternative way to eliminate the denominators, to just take away the fraction, just not using cross multiplication, by using the LCM, which is the least common multiple method. Let me demonstrate that one here. Now, I'm taking it from this side. So s over t is equal to v plus u all divided by 2. I want to use the LCM or the least common multiple method to take away the fractions. Now, I have the denominators as t and 2. So I'll multiply both to get my LCM. That means my LCM will be 2t. Once the LCM becomes 2t from t times 2, I will use the LCM to multiply each of the terms in this particular relation, formula, or equation. So it will become 2t, which is the LCM, times s over t. The next one is we will then bring our equal sign. Since we multiply the LCM, which is 2t, by the first term, s over t, we've done it here, we will still multiply the LCM 2t by the next term. So it will become LCM, which is 2t multiplying v plus u all over 2. Now the next stage is, what then do? We will do the cancellation, or we will divide the denominator by the LCM. So the denominator t will cancel itself and cancel that of the LCM, remaining with 2. The same thing happens here. The denominator 2 will cancel that of the LCM since they are common. I hope you understand. Now let's continue. Please, we have 2 now remaining. multiplying s. So 2 times s will become 2s, which is equal to, because of our equal sign. Now t will multiply both of them. So it will become t into bracket v plus u. You can also expand directly. This is what I mean. So 2s is equal to t times v becomes tv plus t times u becomes tu. So it becomes the same thing. We get the same expression. So this particular expression is the same expression here. So in conclusion, this is what I want to say. If you get a fraction in your change of subject question, you have to use 2 different methods. The first one is a cross multiply method, which has a condition that you must see the equal sign left and right having just 2 terms, one at the left, one at the right, with at least one of them becoming a fraction. Then also you can use the LCM. But one interesting part about the LCM is that it is a universal way of solving fractions, which has the equal sign. So if a fraction has an equal sign, you can use the LCM. Most students prefer using the LCM to the cross multiply because the cross multiply method is limited. Now that we've seen the 2 ways of eliminating the denominators of a fraction in an equation or a formula, let us now continue and make u the subject. Let us continue and make u the subject. Please don't forget, you can pause the video and go through the steps systematically to get a full understanding. Okay, now at this point of the solution, the tu has the subject u in it. So the term tu, we will consider whether it is positive or negative. We realize that it is a positive term. And I advised you that for you to solve this question well, leave this positive term at the right hand side of the equal sign, which it is already there. Then transform or transpose tv, which is not having the subject as part of the term. Transfer it to the left hand side so that the tu will be left standing alone. So this is what I mean. 2s, the term at the left hand side. Now this is coming to t will cross to a minus tv. Then we will bring our equal sign because they are the only 2 terms we need at the right hand side, sorry, the left hand side. So we will come and equate it to the one at the right hand side, tu. Now this is what we have. So we want to make tu the subject. Now let's go. Now we will divide both sides by t. Why? We want the u to stand alone because it says make u the subject. So we divide here by t and still divide here by t, so that the t can cancel itself and cancel this t. Now we will have 2s minus tv all over t is equal to u. We can conclude here because we have been able to make u stand alone. But watch here, somebody will ask, can I then cancel t here and t there? Since t is at the denominator and still at the numerator, my answer to you will be yes, but you need to do it rightly. So the right way to do this is, since the terms at the numerator are 2 terms, we will separate the 2 terms with each of them getting their own denominator. So it becomes 2s divided by t. So 2s will get its own denominator. Then minus tv divided by t, which is still equal to u. In this case, we can then cancel t down here and t up here so that the t's can cancel. There is no common term here, so we can't cancel. So finally, you realize that we'll get 2s over t minus v is equal to u. For u to be the subject finally, it will become, therefore, u will be equal to 2s divided by t minus v. So this is our final answer from making u the subject in this relation. Thank you very much. Make u the subject of the relation 1 over t is equal to 1 over u plus 1 over y. Let us also analyze this question. We want to make u the subject. U becomes the second term at the second term in this relation, but the first term rather at the right hand side. Don't forget, we have the left hand side of the equal sign and the right hand side. They are all fractions. We want to study the kind of method we use to eliminate the denominators of the fraction, because we must eliminate the denominators to make sure that we solve and make u the subject without any hindrance. Let's consider LCM method and the cross multiply method. The LCM method will work because we have one fraction at the left hand side and two fractions at the right hand side. The cross multiply needs one term at the left hand side, one term at the right hand side, with at least one of the terms being a fraction. Here, 1, 2, 3 terms with 2 at the right hand side. So we can't use a cross multiply unless we simplify this particular fraction into a single fraction. I will teach you in subsequent videos. But for the meantime, let's use the LCM. The LCM here will be TUY. So T will multiply U and will multiply Y. That's how we get our LCM. You multiply all the denominators of that fraction. So it will become TUY. This is our LCM. So I'll use this LCM to multiply this term, and also multiply this term. Let's see how we do that. So LCM TUY will multiply the first term, which is 1 over t. So that's what I mean. TUY as the LCM times 1 over t. We have the equal sign, so equal sign will come. Remember, the equal sign is not part of the term, so we will not multiply the LCM by it. So you leave the equal sign alone. The next term is 1 over u, so we'll multiply the LCM by it. So LCM TUY times 1 over u. Then the final one will become 1 over y by the addition sign, so plus LCM TUY times 1 over y. This is how it will be. Now, why did we multiply? As usual, for the denominator to cancel the LCM so that the two of them will be gone. So this will divide this. Will give us 1, it's no longer there. So we have u also dividing the u. So the denominator u divide the LCM u. And then the denominator y will cancel or divide the LCM y. Let's write what we can see. So it will be left with uy times 1, which is uy, equal sign. And ty here times 1 will give us ty, addition sign, plus. And we have tu times 1 will give us tu. So this will be our expression at this stage of the question. Then we continue from there. So let us now take this expression and make u the subject. Checking from this particular relation, we realize that the u is at the left hand side and still there's a u at the right hand side. So we'll group all terms with u to one side. I prefer to group them to the left hand side. So we have uy already there, so uy. Then tu, which is positive, will be transported, or it will be transferred to this side, or transposed to this side. So it is positive going, there will be negative, so it become minus tu. Then you close it with the equal sign. We have ty remaining, so it becomes ty remaining. We want to make the u the subject. There is u in this term and u in this term. So the best way to make u stand alone is to factorize. So we will factorize u out. Draw the two brackets, equate it to ty. So factorizing u out means u will cancel this u. So u will divide u, and it will remain with y. So we'll put y here. Then u still will divide the u at this side. It will remain with minus t, so minus t. Having this, we then have to make sure u stand by dividing both sides by y minus t. So we have this u into bracket y minus t is equal to ty. We divide here by y minus t. Divide here too by y minus t. Where the y minus t will cancel the y minus t. Remaining with u. So we can conclude that therefore u is equal to ty all divided by y minus t. This will be our final answer. Thank you very much. In this question, it says make m the subject of the relation t is equal to 2mk all divided by j plus 2. Now, as already said, I want you to just identify where the subject is, and then the subject is at the numerator part of the fraction. The fraction is 2mk over j, and we're making m the subject. Now there is a fraction in this relation or equation or formula. Now we have to eliminate the fraction. We talked about two different methods to eliminate the fraction. The methods are the cross multiply method, and then they're using the LCM or the least common multiple to multiply all the terms. Let us judge and see which one best fits this particular formula or relation. Now, checking from the left hand side of the equal sign, we have only one term. Let's check the right hand side. At the right hand side, we have two separate terms or two different terms. The first term is a fraction, which is 2mk over j, and the next term or the second term at the right hand side is 2. Since there are two terms at the right hand side, we cannot use cross multiply for now. As it stands, we cannot use cross multiply. So the only method that will be appropriate for this particular relation will be the LCM method or the least common multiple. Now there is only one fraction, which is 2m over j, 2mk over j. So we use the denominator of the fraction as our least common multiple. So j becomes our least common multiple. We have to multiply each of the terms by the j. So it will become j multiplying t is equal to j multiplying 2mk over j. That is the second term at the right hand side. Then the last term will be j multiplying 2. So if you can see well, we have used the j to multiply each of the terms in the relation. Why did we do that? So that we can allow the denominator of the fraction to cancel the LCM j to eliminate each other. Then we'll rewrite the whole relation without the denominator. So it becomes j times t is gt equal to 2mk. Since there are no j, so it becomes 2mk. Then we have plus 2j. So this is the relation. Now if you check the relation very well, there is no fraction. So we have then eliminated the fraction. Let us proceed to make m the subject. In this relation, we can see m in the term which is just close to the equal sign, or the second term first term rather at the right hand side. So 2mk contains our subject. Now let us see the sign or the operational sign for 2mk. 2mk is positive, so it is plus. So as we said rightly, we have to maintain it in its positive state and then transfer or transpose the other term to the left hand side. This is what I mean. Gt is the first term at the left hand side, so I repeat it. I'll transfer 2j. In the positive, it will be transferred across the equal sign to be negative. So it becomes minus 2j, which is equal to the 2mk. So 2mk is still positive with the subject m. So we make m the subject. We will divide both sides by the two terms which are multiplying the m. So it becomes gt minus 2j is equal to 2mk. Divide here by 2 and k. So that you divide here 2 by 2k. So that 2 will cancel itself and cancel this 2. K will cancel here and k will cancel this, remaining with m. So I'm going to get j t minus 2j all over 2k is equal to m. Now, most of the times, students want to leave the answer this way, but we can further simplify. There are two things. You see that we have j here, so we can factorize j out. So let me use that one. So I'll factorize j out at the numerator. J will be factorized out to give us t minus 2. That means j will cancel the j to remain with t and minus 2. So t minus 2 all over 2k is equal to m. So finally we can therefore conclude that m is equal to j into bracket t minus 2 all over 2k. So this can be our final answer. I have to clarify something here, that even if you get here, you can separate the numerator with their denominator and cancel out, because 2 here can also cancel. If you want to do it that way, that will also be perfect. But those of you who want to factorize, you will get this or arrive at this stage as your answer. Thank you very much.